today. Hello again. A little bit of an update to start things off. I'm not going to be able to keep up with 3 videos a week anymore, so I'll be doing one a week every Wednesday, this being the first one. Maintaining my day job has to take precedence and over my hobby time. On to the subject at hand. In our world-building activities, we've successfully created one nation/kingdom/collection of semi-independent city-states with a shared history, culture, and legal code. But what goes on outside of our walled kingdom? What are the other races and cultures in this world? Let's start with something somewhere between nomadic and migratory. A people that don't generally settle in one place for long periods of time, or build permanent homes, as the case may be. How about gnolls? Here we are. First off, and you can argue this one after the fact if you like, all gnolls are female. Or at least they should be, if biology has anything to do with it. As much as it has been used as a joke, particularly about elves, the way you can tell which hyenas are female is that they're the ones with the bigger dicks. Not only are hyenas socially matriarchal as a species in the real world, the females, as well as being dominant, display a pseudo-penis through which they give birth. And if that doesn't prove they're tougher than the males, I don't know what does. They lead, they control, they rule. Hyena packs live under a strict hierarchy. The dominant female, the alpha, is in charge. Next in line are her cubs. Then the other females and their cubs in order of how strong they are or how closely related to the alpha they are. Last on the list are any adult males. A newborn female cub mothered by the lowest ranking female in the pack still outranks every male. So that's the way hyenas work. Why wouldn't that be the way gnolls work? Gnolls, according to the canon lore in D&D, were created from hyenas by a demon. I can't particularly remember that demon's name, but you probably do. So you can let me know in the comments if you want. They travel and associate with, breed with, and dominate normal hyenas. Normal hyenas would naturally never allow themselves to be ruled over by a male. So the whole thing would only make sense if all the gnolls are the females and all the hyenas are their males. Remember that normal female hyena... Where am I here? Yeah. Normal female hyenas outwardly look male. Pseudo-penis. So why would gnolls be any different? Player characters will see them as male or outwardly masculine at any rate. So, imagine a female bard trying to seduce a gnoll, only discovering too late that they've insulted the gnoll by implying it was a man. Or picture a male bard trying to seduce a gnoll, only after finding out that they're all female. Just for the love of God, don't tell furries about this. But, maybe as a DM, you could break your players' brains a little bit by not telling them the whole thing, but giving Gnoll NPCs blatantly female names like Gertrude or Wanda or Beverly. Or if they're interacting outside of combat, in the social situations, Give them traditionally or characteristically feminine hobbies. Like, I don't know, flower arranging or knitting or cooking or something. I don't know. Play with it. Play with the stereotypes. Have them scolding their children. Or, well, if you want to make it a little more comedic, let the NPCs walk in on a conversation where the Pack Alpha and her sisters are discussing the difficulties of life and relationships in their current situation. And do it in the style of one of those Monty Python skits where they were all dressed up as old women and putting on fake high-pitched voices. If nothing else, it'll confuse your players in a moment enough that you'll be able to slip things past them while they're busy being distracted, like important information for the quest. And they'll miss it when you mention it or when it's brought up in the conversation because they're too distracted by the weirdness of what's going on otherwise. Have to shut something off here? No. So, I somehow doubt that D&D, WotC, or Hasbro will make any official ruling on this matter. And if they ever do, I'm pretty sure I'm not the one who will be given credit for the idea. So do what you want with it. Let me know what you think. What sort of situations would come up? Can you come up with to let your players know that all gnolls they've ever come across are women? What names would you give them? And most importantly, would you do a silly, high-pitched voice with a British accent when you're role-playing one of them? Anyway, we'll see what kind of DMing nonsense I can bring to the table next week to ruin your players' lives a little bit. In the meantime, like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you next time.